What is the main goal of a group working on a project? The main goal would be success. But what are the other factors which are needed for us to get there? Cooperation, open-mindedness, in a sense, putting a lot of thought into something else, and, well, the next factor is uncertain. This is going to be my own judgment of the team of people I've assorted, in a sense, for making the game. I honestly feel that these people need to check something out or make sure they're not doing something completely wrong. I personally think that it can be that it is doable, but this is probably the only way I can get the message out, because this is the only way I can talk to them without having them all argue over me at once. So, let's see where they lie and how they can get better, shall we? First person I talked to this about, Lord Potato. I'm just going to flat out say it. You are lazy and you have not done anything since the past 4 years I've talked to you about this. It's sickening that you still want to be a part of it. It's actually very ignorant that you think you're going to just cruise by or just cruise in the backseat without doing a darn thing. It's actually really interesting, your theory on I won't do work, so I'm still going to get credit for it now. This is a group project. Teamwork, cooperation, and equal effort from everyone is actually a really big thing. You haven't given a lick of effort since you moved away, got a job, got a computer. You've been playing Grumble Fighter, a game I introduced you to, and other games just to test or, say, get a good feel of the game, see if we can get a combat system like that. It's not good. You haven't reported at all blatantly. You've denied any and all types of communication or the fact that you were lazy. What am I to do with you? Besides, put you in a one-part origin with a storm. Yeah, it's a very idiotic thing to do, to leave you at the main story without even asking your consent, but you have been apart or split. You've been out in your own world for so long, I don't even think it even matters to you anymore, which I'm pretty sure it does. It's more disturbing of how and or why you haven't done anything since you moved away. Something very cruel. You think you can just come back here after around a year of just being silent to think you can still get credit and be a part of it? No. Do some work around said project. Next person. Hey, Storm. If anything, you just throw ideas around. It's not that okay. Why do you think I had you write what the origin story would be? The ideas you're giving for the origins are kicking off this entire series. And I'm not going to say I haven't been writing my own story just in case your idea completely flopped. That'd be lying. I try my best not to lie unless it's for a liable reason. In a sense, your ideas are completely cliched, and you haven't worked on any music for said game. I don't even know why I commissioned that to you. You just haven't been working. You've been doing the same as Lord Potato, actually. It's actually really, really concerning. I obviously am concerned with the dream of my life. Making a video game, childhood dream, being held back by you and others who don't know how to put in decent work. That's most of the issues I've gotten to you. Easy, fast. Next person. I don't know what to call you now. I'm just going to call you the British Dante. Because that's what you want your character to be. Your ideas are firm and hold ground, but that ground can easily be trampled over if you second guess yourself too quick. You usually do, and you're too fast to just brush off other ideas that you don't really like, or compare them to things that make them worse. It's not your ideas that are screwing it up. I think it's your idea of every other idea that's been put on the table. The perspective of you and me are very different. I don't think I can get mad at you for anything you say. You can just judge me. Judge me for, I don't know, not really having your type of thought process, but we're not clones of one another. I was raised differently than you were. I am not the type of person who disagrees on every single idea. I give it at least a few minutes of thought before shooting it down. You could just give it a matter of 30 seconds and then just shoot it down instantly. I've still been thinking on a few other things, but I guess that's just going to trail on way too far. Two other people who I actually haven't really worked with that much, which is actually a really bad place of rep, but in a sense, you two so far are open-minded. One's good in engineering, and one actually knows what to do with said parts for the engineer, I think. I think that's how I put it. I don't really know. It's just, how is it that out of the 6 of us, we only have 3 people who are either completely open-minded, midway open-minded, or just they don't care how the story goes as long as they want a part of it. But here's the thing. Everyone wants to critically change the idea. That's not how it's working. That's not how it's going to work. You can just shove that idea wherever it came out of. I don't even care. I'd rather you go over your own process, because so far, I'm the only one who's actually drawn up anything for it, which is horrible. I'm not the only one who's written stuff on it. There are like 2 other people. But I'm the one who's actually learning how to code it. It's kind of hard to make a game when you don't have anyone to code it for you. I have put in the most amount of work. I've been studying this for about a year without even knowing coding until, I've been planning this game for immense 4 to 5 years. It's been a hard and rough road. I'm honestly not the type of person to get mad over it, but I'm going to get mad over the fact that everyone in this group is either lazing around, don't know what to do, or don't have a position. Try testing your strengths before you just peel off and say you're a big weakness. You're not the type of person to say, oh yeah, I'm perfect, you can just tell me to do what I can do, and I'll just do what I want to and still get the work done. That's not it. You obviously don't want this done. Because if you did, we'd probably have a physical working copy or a digital working copy on some platform by now. I've been working on this for a good sum of 4 years. If I had learned coding at an earlier age and everything else, if this entire group or team would have assembled sooner and worked a lot faster instead of getting too worked up in our own lives or having, I can't say having way too much fun because there's not really much of that. The only thing that is making this difficult is how fast we work, and what we need to do for it to work. The initial plan was to have it 4 years after all of us graduate. But that's honestly going to be a big, huge problem since one of them's choosing to force fail. One of them, the school didn't let them skip over a grade because they needed to, and they had the requirements to do so. One dropped out, and the other two, and me, like I'm now a senior in high school. I'm the one who's about to graduate. Once I graduate, I'm probably just going to go into Game Maker and make it a third-person shooter. Or, not that. A top-down hack and slash. I don't know. It's never going to be okay if we don't convey each other, pull off a meeting, pull off something that's actually going to work. Conveying one's ideas is a very, very, very delicate process. Because once again, they could be shut down in an instant if no one likes it. I'd rather we all work together on this and actually get it to work. A working digital copy of the freaking game we're trying to make instead of arguing like a bunch of 2-year-olds. Because that's, in the end of times, that's what most of us are. Nothing but kids trying our darndest to do something besides trip, fall over, fumble over our own words, and sleep on an idea that may never get made. This has been Ace True Eye with my feelings on how this team's going, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.